one house list comprised of all your contacts, but there are very few, if any, communications for which you should use your entire house list as the audience. So what you want to do first is break down that master list into the large groups you need to communicate with. These will most likely include, but won't be limited to, donors, past participants, current participants, recipients of your services, which you may call clients or customers, volunteers, your internal team and affiliate staff, email subscribers, and the general public in your community. Now, these groups will overlap. That is, many contacts will be in more than one group. Someone could be a volunteer and also a past participant, or a donor and also a current participant. So keep that in mind when you're crafting your communications so that constituents are not getting multiple copies of the same message in the same channel. The lowest hanging fruit of segmentation is the one that I see so many organizations miss time and again. And that is separating out your currently registered event participants when you send out recruiting communications asking people to register for your event. You might be surprised how often I get an email or text message asking me to sign up for an event I'm already registered for, or to make a donation to a campaign I've already donated to without acknowledging the fact that I've already made a donation. And it only takes a few extra minutes or even less, depending on what communication platforms you use, to filter out currently registered participants from your recruitment columns. Now, you may think extra emails are harmless. Well, if they've already registered, they can just ignore it and delete the email. But there are some risks to that strategy. Number one, you risk participants thinking that maybe you didn't actually receive their registration and something's incorrect in your database. Number two, you put participants off by revealing that you aren't paying attention to them. And number three, you risk participants unsubscribing for your emails for being duplicative or irrelevant, and then they won't get the actual important information that they need from you. Now, once you've crossed the easiest bit of segmentation off your list, you're ready to step up to the next level of complexity. So subdivide those large groups into smaller parts based on characteristics. These characteristics could be their relationship to your organization, their giving or participation history, their connection to the cause, demographics, and more. For example, you could divide your donor group into those who donated directly to your organization and those who made a peer-to-peer donation in support of a participant. Then additionally, subdivide by quantity and consistency of their giving history. Your past participant group can be subdivided by the number of years of participation, their fundraising history, team status or individual status, connection to the cause, and more. And similarly, your current participant group can be divided by those who are new to your event or organization versus those who are vets, team status, fundraising progress, etc. Now, where a contact falls in your subgroups will shape several things: how you talk to them, how often you talk to them, and what you say. So personalize your content in all of your communication channels. First, because it makes your supporters feel recognized and appreciated. Then, because it makes participants more likely to read your message because the content is relevant to them. And finally, personalization makes your messages shorter and more efficient because you don't have to crowd them with information that doesn't apply to everyone. And a shorter email is more likely to get read. Now, obviously, the nature of the channel, for example, email versus social media, as well as how much time and resources your team has, will dictate how much you can segment your audiences and personalize communication. And if you're just going to change one word or small phrase in an email based on the segment someone's in, it may not be worth the time and effort. So before you start to craft a communication plan with overly complicated segmentation, ask yourself, do I really have something different to say to this audience versus that audience? But even if you decide that for a particular piece of communication, you don't need to slice and dice it into multiple segments, at least knowing who you're talking to will help you craft a message with the right tone and the correct amount of information. The professional fundraising strategist at Event 360 can help you with that. So drop us a line